Good afternoon, everyone. It's 6:05 here on Tuesday, the 21st of January. And as you can see, red and lots of red. Yesterday was a crazy day, huge sell-off, and then the market ran up in the second half. It hasn't held it. We're off 87 points as I record this video. And nothing has changed in terms of the market timing on VectorVest. All of the measures of the trend are down. Short term's down, underlying trend is down. The medium term measure of the market, the DEW, is down, and we've got a confirmed down. That confirmed down, the longest term measure of the trend on VectorVest, folks, has been down since the last week of November last year. So let's have a look at the VectorVest composite itself of the US. There we are. That's the VectorVest composite, and that's an equally weighted index of all of the shares that we follow on the US markets. I'm going to load the DEW market timing system, and I swing trade in the US markets, and I use the DEW market timing system to tell me when it's safe to be in the market and when it's not safe to be in the market. And apart from this little move up here, that occurred in the dying throes of 2021. This market has been down and been down since, again, November. The last signal, in fact, occurred on the first trading day of the year, and we actually have been selling off ever since. I was tempted to get in just about here, because there was a green light printed on the front page of VectorVest, the shortest term market timing system, on this particular day. That particular day was the 12th of January. But the market didn't follow through the next day. I was sitting waiting for an entry in NVIDIA or AMD, and as I watched the general market at the open, it in fact traded down quite decisively. So I didn't get in. So in fact, the market timing systems, in fact, kept me out of two trades that would have been, I would have lost 1% on both of my capital, and not taking the trade means that there's less to make up when the market does turn, and that's quite vital, in fact. On this particular chart, I noted the following to the VectorVest people on a Monday afternoon. If you note that this was in fact flat to slightly falling, whereas the momentum indicator, the DPO, was in fact rising. And that's a technical divergence that is referred to as bearish reverse divergence. Some people call it a slingshot, and it predicts a sudden and a fast move, and certainly it got it right here. Now, this market's got to do an awful lot for the DEW to print a buy signal. It's got to close above this red moving average, which is a 30-day weighted moving average, and the momentum indicator, in fact, has to go above its center line, which is at 0. As you can see, we have a situation now where this is falling and that is falling, and that means that momentum is speeding up, and I suppose you really didn't need an indicator to see that. And invariably momentum will in fact slow before a turn, and there's no sign of momentum slowing. So in terms of the trend downwards, the driver's still got his foot in the petrol. He certainly hasn't got, or he or she certainly hasn't got his foot anywhere near the brake. So I personally am not going to do anything until we get a DEW up signal. That's what I did in February, March 2020, and that DEW buy signal way back in March. I bought my first shares in the UK on March the 24th, 2020, and we've had a cracking run in both markets. Now, if you were a longer term trader in the US markets, which I'm not, you could use the confirm call, the longest term market timing system, and this fellow has been down since the 22nd of November. And in this period, if you were following your rules as a position trader using the confirmed call market timing system, you should not have been buying any stocks, and you should have been watching your stop losses with a great deal of focus, and that would have kept you out of trouble here. As I keep telling people, a confirmed down signal has to be treated with a great deal of respect, and I'm not saying get out at all when you get one, but I am saying that as soon as you get a confirmed down, you need to focus on your stop losses and have a quick look at them every single day. The US market is going to take a while to turn, and I certainly, unless you're a 2-minute type trader on 2-minute candles, I would leave it well alone until Mr. Powell has got his speech well out of the way tomorrow. The speech is at 7:30 UK time, which is 2:30 American Eastern time, and it's going to be noisy. Let's see what he has to say. So in the UK, folks, I'm a position trader. We've also got a confirmed down in the UK. It was a little noisier in the US. I'll show you the chart in a second. Nevertheless, the confirmed down has been in place since the 13th of January. And as you can see, an awful lot of red. The short-term trend is down. The underlying trend is down. As you'll see in a second, the DEW is down. VectorVest doesn't advocate buying stocks at this time. If we have a look at the VectorVest composite of the UK market has been stronger. Although it did take out this very important support level in that huge sell-off yesterday. We had a confirmed down here on the 26th of the 11th. However, we did get what I suppose history will call a false signal here. And I, in fact, bought a couple of positions in this. I felt it was going to break up. I was just following my rules. And those positions, in fact, I've got out of now at a small loss. Not the end of the world. We've had such a wonderful run since March the 24th, 2020. And I've got rid of quite a few stocks yesterday afternoon after our VectorVest Q&A at somewhere between 2:30 and 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The confirmed call is down. It's going to take an awful lot of work for this to turn. I can put up the DEW. If we look at the DEW, look at it over, and you can see the DEW has been down since the 6th. So the DEW, invariably a quicker signal, a very useful signal for swing traders. My positions in the UK market are position trades, and I swing trade in the US market. So I haven't taken any shorts in either market, although I have shorted the SPX, and I've reported upon that on a couple of occasions. And that's been quite profitable over the last couple of days. So in the UK, if we have a look at what I'm holding, I've got myself down to 30% invested, 70% in cash. All of the a great deal of the holdings that I had, I've been holding them now for quite a long time, and I've added to them along the way. Got out of JD Sports, and JD Sports I've been holding since March the 24th last year, and that was a very profitable period in that share. Clearly I gave back, but as I keep telling people, they all end badly. What can you do? Just thank for the profits. Cape, I got out. I'd added to Cape twice, so the original position was in the money, the second position was in the money, third position lost a little bit. I got out of Lion Trust last week at the confirmed down. I got out of Games Workshop last week at the confirmed down. A little bit slow maybe on Cape and a little bit slow on JD Sports. So I'm holding CCC, still holding CCC, Legal and General, SLP, McFarlane, Pan-African Resources and Polymetal, as long as it doesn't break the low of a few days ago. I've kept that too long. and got rid of the rest that I was holding. Some of them gave back quite a bit, but nevertheless capital is intact, and now I can sleep more easily and wait for the turn. That turn's going to take a day or two to occur, and I shall start to look at both markets again when the DEW medium-term market timing system has given me a buy signal. And as I said a second ago, the American market especially has got to do quite a lot of work before that's going to happen. So just be very careful, folks. Let's see what our friend is going to say tomorrow night. Markets are in a mega oversold situation, and the MTI is at 0.42. BSR, buy-sell ratio is 0.14, so they are stretched to the downside, but they can stay stretched to the downside for quite a long time. So even the most aggressive bottom fisher, which I'm not, must in fact wait for some form of confirmation that the market's going to break up, at least a green light here. And we're still a long way shy of that green light. I hope this helped in some way. Thanks very much.